Shri Mataji, everyone. Let us humbly bow down, seeking permission for this morning's meditation on this auspicious occasion of the third day of Navaratri, Tritiya. Let's raise our Kundalinis, put ourselves in a bandhan, and the prayer to Shri Mataji from our hearts to help us overcome all our shortcomings, to help destroy all the hindrances to our ascent. And just settle down in meditation for a few minutes after we raise our Kundalinis.
Niyataha pranataha smatam
Gaudraye namo nityaye Gauriye datre namaha
Jyotsnaye chendurupenye Sukhaye satatam namaha
Karyanye pranasam hrudaye Sidye kunye namaha
Nairutye bhuvutam lakshmiye Shavanye te namo namaha Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shantirupena Samstita Namastasye Namastasye Namaha Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shadarupena Samstita Namastasye Namastasye Namaha Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kantirupena Samstita Namastasye Namastasye Namaha Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Lakshmirupena Samstita Namastasye, Namastasye, Namaha Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Dayarupena Samstita Namastasye, Namastasye, Namaha Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Tushtirupena Samstita Namastasye, Namastasye, Namaha Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Madhurupena Samstita Namastasye, Namastasye, Namaha Namastasye, Namastasye, Namaha Namastasye, Namastasye, Namaha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Nirmala Devye Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namo Namo
So the third day of Navaratri is dedicated to the third manifestation of Shri Durga in the form of Shri Chandraghanta, who represents the beauty and bravery. She rides on the tiger and has 10 arms, holding the trident, the mace, bow, arrows, sword, lotus, bell, water pot, and abhaya, which giving fearlessness with both hands. She bestows courage and removes mental and physical suffering. The goddess Chandraghanta is synonymous with all things peaceful and knowledgeable. Though calm and composed, when provoked, she can be malevolent. Therefore, Sri Chandraghanta is the fierce form of Sri Durga, also known as Chandi, that is fired up, and Chamunda, who is the destroyer of Chanda and Munda. And therefore she is always ready to destroy the demonic forces troubling her devotees. Chandraghanta is also the one Chandra, meaning moon, and the left side, Agha, meaning sin, the evil, and And, meaning the ending and the destroying. So she also ends the sins of the left side, and therefore is the protective power of the left side. So in the 3 days, the first 3 days that we are also meditating upon is the left side. Today is the 3rd day of the first set of 3. And we meditate today on Chandraghanta. So our prayers, our introspection today is based on these. Seeking and asking to bless us with courage, with knowledge, and to remove all our mental and physical suffering. But above all, to remove all the imbalances of our left side, to destroy all the sins and actions of our past, and to give us the strength to let go of the past, to forgive our past. And to be surrendered at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji in the form of Sri Chandraghanta. So today we read the chapters 5 and 6 of Devi Mahatmya, and also the Devi Kavach. So when we do the puja this evening at home, we can listen to the Devi Kavach and the Devi Suktam.
Devi Mahatmyam, The Glory of the Goddess, by Sage Markandeya. Translated by Lyndall Verco. Read by Tim Bruce. Shri Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Chapter 5. The Rishi said, Once upon a time, two asuras, Shumba and Nishumba, assumed leadership of the three worlds. They took the offerings intended for Indra and arrogated to themselves the roles of Surya, Chandra, Kubera, Yama, Vayu, Varuni, and Agni. Expelled from their rightful place and authority, the Devas all thought of the invincible goddess and her promise, "Whenever in distress you call me to mind, I will end those calamities at that very instant." So the gods went to that lord of mountains, Himawat, and began to recite hymns of praise to Shri Vishnu Maya, who is the elusive power of Shri Vishnu. The Devas said, "Salutations to the Devi, the Mahadevi. Salutations to the eternal auspicious one, to that one who is the primordial cause, she who is the sustaining power. We utterly surrender to her. We bow and surrender to Rudra, who is ferocious, and who, as Gauri, is the support of the universe. We surrender to that one who is tender as the moonlight, who bestows happiness. We reverence her continually. We bow to Kalyani, who enables us to perfect ourselves. We bow to Lakshmi, who prospers us. We bow to Sharvani, who is the arbiter of kings. Reverence to Durga. We surrender to her who is inaccessible and who enables us to cross the ocean of illusion. We bow to her who is the foundation of the world, who is the awareness and discrimination, to her whose complexion is blue-black like smoke. We surrender and bow again and again to that goddess who is most gentle and most terrible, to her who destroys the enemies of truth to preserve the world order. To the goddess who is proclaimed as the elusive power of Lord Vishnu, which exists in all beings, we bow again and again. We bow to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of consciousness. We bow and surrender to her. We bow and surrender to her who is intelligence, to her who is sleep, to her who is hunger, to her who is reflection, shadow in all beings. We bow to her who is the strength, the energy, the power in all beings. We bow to her who is desire, who is thirst. We bow to her who is forgiveness and patience. We bow to her who is the particular genus, or class, or species of all beings. We bow to that Devi who is modesty in all beings. We bow to her who is peace, who is tranquility in all beings. To her who is faith, we bow. To that Devi who dwells in all beings as lustre and loveliness, we bow. We bow to the Devi who dwells in all beings as good fortune. We bow to the Devi who dwells in all beings as activity. To her who dwells in all beings as memory, we bow. To her who dwells in all beings as kindness, as mercy, as compassion, we bow. We bow to her who is satisfaction, the contentment in all beings. We bow to the Devi who resides in all beings as mother. We bow to that Devi who abides in all beings as delusion and error. To the all-pervading Devi who protects the sense organs in all creatures and rules all creatures continually, we surrender. bowing again and again. All reverence to her. She alone pervades the entire world as consciousness. We prostrate ourselves again and again. As in olden times, when invoked by the gods to fulfill their desires, that one who is adored every day by the Lord of the gods, may she, that Ishwari, who is the source of auspiciousness, accomplish our deliverance. We the Devas, who are tormented now by asuras, we bow to that one who instantly destroys calamities. To her we surrender ourselves in devotion. The Rishi said, O king, while the gods were praising and worshipping her, Parvati came to bathe in the waters of the Ganga. The goddess with beautifully arched eyebrows asked, whose praise is being hymned here? Then an auspicious goddess sprang forth from the treasure house of her body and replied, for me, this hymn is uttered by the assembly of gods who have been defeated in war and exiled by Shumba and Nishumba. As Ambika manifested from the pores of Parvati's body, she is glorified as Kaushiki in the three worlds. Then Parvati also became black and came to be known as Kalika and took her abode in the Himalaya. Then Chanda and Munda, two servants of Shumba and Nishumba, happened to see that Ambika, Kaushiki, looking extremely beautiful. They reported to Shumba, O great king, there is an exceedingly beautiful woman whose queenly beauty is illuminating the Himalaya. No one has ever seen such sublime loveliness anywhere. Find out who that goddess is and take possession of her, O lord of Asuras. She is a gem among women, with exquisitely beautiful limbs which illuminate the four directions with their luster. There she stands, O king of demons. You deserve to see her. Lord, whatever precious stones, jewels, elephants, horses, and so on are in the three worlds, all now decorate your house. O king, you have obtained the precious elephant Airavata, also the fabulous tree Parijata, as well as the wonderful horse Uchaisrava, which was Indra's. Here, in the courtyard, stands the gem-studded chariot drawn by swans. It was brought here from Brahma, the progenitor. Here is the treasure Mahapadma from Kubera, and the unfading lotus garland, Ginjalkini, the gift from the ocean. Varuna's umbrella, which showers gold, now stands in your house, with a superb chariot that once belonged to Prajapati. Lord, you have snatched Utkandita, the missile of Yama, by which he gives exit to all creatures. Your brother now possesses the noose of the ocean king. Nishumba also has all the gems from the ocean, while you have the two fireproof garments from Agni. O demon king, as all these gems have been given you, why not also seize this jewel among women? The Rishi said, after listening to all this from Chanda and Munda, Shumba sent out the mighty demon Sugriva as his messenger to the Devi. He said, Go and convey my invitation to her in a gentle way, so that she will be affectionate towards me. Going over to the lovely mountain seat of the goddess, the messenger spoke in a sweet, soothing tone, saying, O Devi, I am the messenger of Shumba, lord of the demons, and sovereign of the three worlds. He has vanquished all his foes among Asuras, and even the gods were unable to resist him. He sent me here to your presence. Listen to what he says. His message is this. All the three worlds are mine. Even the gods obey me. I eat all the offerings which once were theirs. All the finest jewels of the 3 worlds are now mine. Even Indra's elephant, Airavata, I now have. With salutations the gods have even offered me the glorious horses called Uchaishravas, which arose at the churning of the milk ocean. O magnificent lady! All the other objects which belong to the gods, or Gandharvas, or Nagas, all are now in my possession. We regard you, O Devi, as the jewel among womankind. Therefore come to us, we who are the connoisseurs of gems. Come to me or to my powerful younger brother Nishumba. O lady of the quick side glances, you are indeed a sparkling jewel. By marrying me, you will gain incomparable wealth. Think of the advantage, and become my wife. The Rishi said. When this was said, the adorable goddess Durga, who sustains and protects the universe, smiled thoughtfully and said, What you say is true, no doubt. Shumba is indeed sovereign of the 3 worlds together with Nishumba, but how may I nullify my former vow? Please listen to this vow I once made in ignorance. I once declared I would only marry one who could be equal in my strength, one who could defeat me in battle and remove my pride. Only he could be my husband. Let Shumba come here, or Nishumba, the great Asura, let him vanquish me without delay, and gently take my hand in marriage. The messenger said, Oh, Devi, this is arrogance. Do not talk this way to me. Name a single god from the 3 worlds who is capable of standing against Shumba and Nishumba. In fact, all the gods were unable to face even the other Asuras in battle. So how could you, a single woman, do this on your own? If Indra and all the other godheads united could not defeat Shumba, how will you, a woman, dare to face him? It would be better that you heed my message and go to Shumba and Nishumba yourself. Otherwise, you will suffer the humiliation of being dragged there by the hair. The Devi said, It is true. Shumba is strong. Nishumba is very heroic. But what can I do? In my ignorance, I made my vow earlier. You go back to the Asura Lord and tell him politely what I have said. Then he may do whatever he pleases. Chapter 6. The Rishi said, The messenger heard the Devi's words with growing anger. He returned to the demon king and reported them in detail. Then Shumba, in turn, was angered. He summoned Dhumralochana, one of his generals. O Dhumralochana, go with your troops and fetch her here, immediately dragging her by the hair. Anyone who tries to rescue her is to be killed at once, even if he is a god, or a yaksha, or only a Gandharva. The Rishi said. At this command, Dhumralochana immediately responded with his 60,000 troops. Seeing the Devi seated on the snowy mountain, he shouted, Come at once to Shumba and Nishumba's presence. If you won't come sweetly, I will take you by the hair and force you to come. The goddess replied, But you are so strong, surrounded by your mighty army and protected by the Lord of Demons. Why threaten me? What harm do you fear? What can I possibly do? The Rishi said, Thus challenged, the Asura Dhumralochana rushed at her. Then Ambika reduced him to ashes just by saying, Hum. This outraged the demon troops. They released showers of arrows, javelins, and axes on Ambika. The lion, vehicle of the goddess, rose in anger and shook his mane. He roared violently as he fell upon the army of wicked Asuras, Some he slaughtered with blows from the forepaw, some with his jaws, and others by his hind legs. He disemboweled some with his claws, and beheaded others with a cuff of his forepaws. He severed heads and arms from some, and shook his mane as he drank the blood of others. In an instant, that whole army was destroyed by that high-spirited lion that bears the Devi. He was exceedingly angry. When Shumba, the Asura lord, heard that Dhumralochana was slain by the Devi, and all his army slaughtered by her lion, he was furious. His lower lip quivered as he ordered two mighty Asuras, Chanda and Munda. "Ho, Chanda! Ho, Munda! Take multitudes of troops. Go and capture her. Bring her at once by the hair or bind her. Failing that, let the troops strike her with their weapons, kill the lion, and seize that Ambika. When she is wounded, bind her and bring her straight here."
But in the modern times, they have multiplied, I think. The first one is the lust. Kill your lust. The lust that is today finishing the West more than the greed. So first is kill your lust. Then kill your anger. There are certain people who have a built-in response that as soon as they see somebody, they get into anger. If a white man sees a black man, he gets into an anger. A black man sees a white man, he gets into anger. Is that right? I mean, God has made all kinds of skins. The life would be boring if you all had the same parts, skins, all of you looking the same. So He has made different types of beautiful people. But this anger can come from any source. This is what it is when you kill anger. Actually, you kill all your connections with the past, the responses, the conditionings you have had. Then the vanity that people have. I find it much more when I go to places where people call themselves bureaucrats, or they are in charge, like matrons, telling people what to do this, do that, do that. This is the Krishna's finger. Using Krishna's finger on others. The vanity. The vanity that you are perfect. You are perfect. Nothing wrong with you. You are the best people. English think they are the best. Germans think they are the best. Italians think they are the best. Or say, the best of all are the Swiss people. This vanity, this falsehood has to be cut out. What have we achieved by being a certain nation? Let us see. What have we contributed? Belonging to a certain country. Those who only belong to the kingdom of God have achieved something. The rest of them are useless people, just finding some way to fight each other, to denounce others. And vanity is just like a balloon. If somebody just puts a pin into it, the whole thing, balloon will collapse. Then the worst of all is jealousy. And that is among Indians. Indians are very big jealous spots. Especially the Indians who are again in the government and the politics. But otherwise also there are jealousies. They'll always complain about other people and will be jealous. And also in the West, people are quite jealous, I must say. They are jealous of things which is most surprising. One day I was going in the car and one gentleman was very furious for nothing at all. So the another one tells me they are jealous because you are sitting in a Mercedes car. I said, but that's not mine, that's my husband's, you see. What is there to be jealous because I'm sitting in a Mercedes car? I mean, this is being a very stupid, nonsensical thing. But still I can't believe you can be jealous of somebody because he has a Mercedes car. What does it matter? To me, it's a foreign idea. Absolutely can't understand. But there are stupid things like that. I can only understand one jealousy, that is between husband and wife, little bit. Then the fifth thing that he asked us to kill is the attachment. Very important. This is my child, this is Indian also, more Indian. This is my cousin, this is my brother, this is my fiancé, this is my wife. Also in the West, the other way around is that they do not care for their children. They do not care for their mothers, they do not care for their fathers. They do not care for anyone whatsoever, but for themselves. That comes from the last one, is called as the greed. Because when you have greed, you don't care for anybody, you just want to have everything from another person. You want to grab another person of everything. Whatever another person has, you want to have it. But when you don't want to have it, everybody wants to give you it. That's my case. I am very afraid to say even that this is nice, because immediately tomorrow I'll find it in my house. So this greed is the one which has done such a harm to the whole world. People have gone into great dominations and on other countries. For what? For these diamonds and nonsensical things like that. They have ruined their own lives, the progenies after progenies they have ruined. All their cunning they have used to ruin so many nations just to put them one against another, creating problems, doing all kinds of intrigue. Just for what? For greed, which is absolutely like cancer. Doesn't allow anybody else to exist. And then you start eating yourself out. It's a disease, I think, greed. And with that goes the miserliness. People become miserly. Then, where does this greed end up? After all, the money that accumulates or things that accumulate in your house, what happens to them? You want to use them. What's the matter with this one? No. Try to be, not to be, I have told you, otherwise I'll ask you to go out, alright? Concentrate. So what happens to the people who are greedy? They become miserly. They can't enjoy life. They cannot spend money because the greatest joy is in giving things to others, no doubt about it. And they cannot give any joy to anyone. They cannot create anything for the future progeny to see. So what happens to them? Their children, when they come in, they become wasted. They waste all their money. They lead a wasteful life. They get into wrong things and ruin themselves. So their children are born become miserly. So the vicious circle starts moving. He has said, kill all of them. These are your 6 enemies.
Shri Mataji, you who are Shri Goddess Durga, to you we surrender again and again. Mother, may you be victorious on the battlefield of my brain. Please be the controller of my brain. Please be the ruler of my brain. please destroy the 6 enemies of my soul within me. Help me transcend this brain and its illusions, and help me achieve my liberation, moksha. I'm going to meditate a little bit with the Devi Kavach. So whenever you need to leave, you can bow down and finish up with the bandhan. If you need to leave early for work, there's Shri Mataji.
देवी कवच म्हणून प्रथम शैलपुत्री देवी कवच म्हणून प्रथम शैलपुत्री
protection of the mother.
प्रथमं शैलपुत्री च द्वितीयं ब्रह्मचारिणी तृतीयं चंद्रघंटेति कुष्मांडेति चतुर्थकं पंचमं स्कंदमातेति षष्ठं कात्यायनीति च सप्तमं कालरात्रीति महागौरीति चाष्टमं नवमं सिद्धदात्री च नवदुर्गा प्रकीर्तितः उत्कान्येतानि नामानि ब्रह्मण्यैव महात्मनाम् अग्निनादयमानस्तु शत्रुमध्ये गतोरणे विषमे दुर्गमे चैव भयाताः शरणं गतः न तेषां जायते किंचित् न शुभं रणसंकटे नापदं तस्य पश्यामि शोकदुःखभयं नहि यैस्तु वक्त्या स्मृता नूनं तेषां वृद्धि प्रजायते ये त्वां स्मरन्ति देवेशी रक्षसे तान् संशया प्रेतसंस्था तु चामुण्डा वाराही महिषासना ऐन्द्रियगज समारूढ़ा वैष्णवी गरुडासना माहेश्वरी वृषारूढ़ा कौमारी शिखिवाहना लक्ष्मी पद्मासना देवी पद्महस्ता हरिप्रिया श्वेतरूपधरा देवी ईश्वरी वृषवाहना ब्राह्मी हंस समारूढ़ा सर्वाभरणभूषिता इत्येता मातरः सर्वाः सर्वयोग समन्विताः नानाभरण शोभाढ्या नाना रत्नोपशोभिता दृश्यन्ते रथमारूढ़ा दिव्य क्रोध समाकुलः शंखं चक्रं गदां शक्तिं हलं च मुसलायुधं खेटकं तोमरं चैव परशुं पाशमेवं च कृताविधं त्रिशूलं च शारङ्गमायुधमुत्तमं दैत्यानां देहनाशाय भक्तानामभयाय च धारयन्त्यायुधानित्थं देवानां च हिताय च नमस्तेस्तु महारौद्रे महाघोरपराक्रमे महाबले महोत्साहे महाभयविनाशिनी त्राहि मां देवी दुष्प्रेक्षे शत्रूणां भयवर्धिनः प्राच्यां रक्षतु मामैन्द्री अग्नेयाम् अग्निदेवता दक्षिणेवतु वाराही नैऋत्यां खड्गधारिणी प्रतीच्यां वारुणी चै रक्षेत् वायव्यां मृगवाहिनी उदीच्यां पातु कौमारी ऐशान्यां शूलधारिणी ऊर्ध्वं ब्रह्माणि मे रक्षेत् ददस्ताद् वैष्णवी तथा एवं दश दिशो रक्षेत् चामुण्डा शवाहना धिया मे चाग्रतः पातु विजया पातु पृष्ठतः अचिता वाम पार्श्वे तु दक्षिणे चापराजिता शिखामुद्योतिनी रक्षेत् दुमा मूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता मालाधरी ललाटे च भूभ्रुवौ रक्षेद् यशस्विनी त्रिनेत्रा च भूर्मध्ये यमघण्टा च नासिके शंखिनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये रक्षोत्र योद्वारवासिनी कपौलौ कालिका रक्षेत् कर्णमूले तु शांकरी नासिकायां सुगंधा च उत्तरोष्ठे च चर्चिका अदरे चामृतकला जिह्वायां च सरस्वती दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी कंठदेशे तु चंडिका घंटिकां चित्रघंटा च महामाया च तालुके कामाक्षी चिबुकं रक्षेत् वाचं मे सर्वमंगला ग्रीवायां भद्रकाली च पृष्ठवंशे धनुर्धरी नीलग्रीवा बहिकंठे नलिकां नलकूवरी स्कंदयो खंडगिनी रक्षेत बाहुमे वजधारिणी हस्तयोर्दंडिनी रक्षेत अंबिका चांगुलेषु च नखांचूलेश्वरी रक्षेत कुक्षौ रक्षेत कुलेश्वरी सनौ रक्षेत महादेवी मनोक्षोकविनाशिनी हृदये ललिता देवी उदरे शूलधारिणी नाभौ च कामिनी रक्षेत गुह्यं गुहेश्वरी तथा पूतना कामिका वेड्रं गुरुदे महिषे महिषवासिनी कट्यां भगवती रक्षेत जानुनी विंध्यवासिनी जंगे महाबला रक्षेत सर्वकामप्रदायिनी गुल्फयोर्नारसिंही च पादपृष्ठे तैजसी पादांगुलीषु श्रीरक्षेत पादादस्थलवासिनी नखान्दष्ट्रा कराली च कैशाश्चैव वोर्ध्वकेशिनी रोमकूपेषु कौबेरी त्वं च वागीश्वरी तथा रक्तमज्जाव सा मांसान्यस्थि मेधांसि पार्वती अंतराणी कालरात्रिश्च पित्तं च मुकुटेश्वरी पद्मावती पद्मकोशे कफे चूडामणिस्तथा ज्वालामुखी नखा ज्वालामवेद्या सर्वसन्धिषु शुक्रं ब्रह्माणि मे रक्षे छायां छत्रेश्वरी तथा अहंकारं मनो बुद्धिं रक्षेन्मे धर्मधारिणी प्राणापानौ तथा व्यानामुदानं च समानं वज्रहस्ता च मे रक्षेत प्राणं कल्याणशोभना रसे रूपे च गंधे च शब्दे स्पर्शे च योगिनी सत्वं रक्ष सत्वं रजस्तमाश्चैव रक्षे नारायणी सदा आयुरक्षतु वाराहि धर्मं रक्षतु वैष्णवी यश कीर्तिं च लक्ष्मीं च धनं विद्यां च चक्रिणी गोत्रमिन्द्राणि मे रक्षेत पशून् मे रक्षचण्डिके पुत्रां रक्षेत् महालक्ष्मीर्भार्यां रक्षतु भैरवी पंथानं सुपतां रक्षेन् मार्गं क्षेमकरिततां राजद्वारे महालक्ष्मीं विजया सर्वदा स्थिता रक्षाहीनां तु रस्थानं वर्जितं कवचेनुतं तत्सर्वं रक्ष मे देवी जयन्ती पापनाशिनी पद्मपदमेकं न गच्छेतु यदीच्छेच्छुभमात्मनां कवचेन्नावृतो नित्यं यत्र यत्रैव गच्छति तत्र तत्र लाभश्च विजयः सर्वकामिका यं यं चिन्तयते कामं तं तं प्राप्नोति निश्चितं परमैश्वर्यमतुलं प्राप्स्यते भूतले पुमान् निर्भयो जायते मर्त्यः संग्रामेषु पराजितः त्रिलोक्ये तु भवेत् पूजा कवचेनावृतः पुमान् इदं तु देव्याः कवचं देवानापि दुर्लभम् यत्पठे यत्प्रयतो नित्यं स्त्रिसन्ध्यां श्रद्धयान्वितः दैवी कला भवेत् तस्य त्रैलोक्येषु पराजितः जीवेद्वर्षशतं साग्रम् अपमृत्युविवर्जितः नश्यन्ति व्याधयः सर्वे लुता विस्फोटकायदः स्थावरं जङ्गमं चैव कृत्रिमं चापि निर्विषम् अभिचाराणि सर्वाणि मन्त्रयन्त्रातिभूतले भूचरा खेचराश्चैव जलजाश्चोपदोषिका सहजा कुलजा माला डाकिनी शाकिनी तथा अंतरिक्षजरा घोरा डाकिन्यश्च महाबला ग्रहभूता पिशाचाश्च यक्षगन्धर्व राक्षसा ब्रह्मराक्षसवेतालः कुष्माण्डा भैरवायुधः नश्यन्ति दर्शनात् तास्य कवचे हृदि संस्थिते मानोन्नति भवेत् राज्ञस्तेजो वृद्धिकरं परम् यशसा वर्धते सोऽपि कीर्तिमण्डितभूतले जपेत् सप्तशतीं चण्डीं कृत्वां त्वं कवचापुरा यावद्भूमण्डलं दत्ते सशैलवनकाननं तावत्तिष्ठि मेदिन्यां सन्ततिं पुत्रपौत्रिकी देहान्ते परमं स्थानं यत्सुरैरपि दुर्लभं प्राप्नोति पुरुषो नित्यं महामाया प्रसादितः लभते परमं रूपं शिवेन स मोदिते ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति श्री माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Kalki Sakshat, Shri Sahasrara Swami Moksha Pradaini Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
May God bless you. May God bless you all. May God bless you all. May God bless you all.
Let's put our hands together, thanking Shri Mataji for allowing us or the opportunity of this morning's collective meditation. And thank you for keeping us in your protection, Shri Mataji, through all our past lives, and blessing us with our self-realization and the opportunity to achieve complete dissolution at your lotus feet. Thank you everyone for your vibrational presence. Let's raise our kundalinis and put ourselves in a bandhan and have an absolutely beautiful day. Jai Shri Mataji.